All right, now, here is the second episode on this volume 8, and you will notice that in this episode, Lieutenant Gerard does not in fact actually appear, other than in what we call the teaser at the beginning. However, you will have the sense, I'm sure many of you have often experienced this, that Gerard is lurking somewhere just out of sight, just around the corner perhaps. The skill of the writers of our show, one of the biggest ingredients of the success of our show, was the quality of the writers. They constructed these scripts so skillfully that one always had the feeling that Gerard might turn up any moment. In fact, I've had lots of conversations with you nice people whom I call the customers, many of them insisting that of course Gerard was in every episode, people will say. And they were quite surprised to learn that he in fact wasn't always. Anyway, this is an episode from 1965. It was first aired on March the 2nd, 1965. And it's a story about Kimbl's involvement with his in-laws. When he learns that his in-laws are near bankruptcy, Richard Kimbl returns to the town where he and Helen Kimbl, his dead wife, first fell in love. And in an attempt to help Helen's still grieving family, Kimbl makes contact with his sister-in-law. She not only believes that he's innocent, but she's still reeling from a childhood crush she'd had on the dashing young doctor. Well, his wife's mother spends her days locked in Helen's bedroom, grieving, reading old letters, and building hatred around her convicted son-in-law. Well, whilst at his in-laws, Richard Kimbl finds an old bank book which saves the family. But will his mother-in-law, when she discovers Kimbl in her home, finally take the vengeance that she's been seeking? Our guests for this episode were Louise Sorel, Ruth White, and Lloyd Goff. And the episode is entitled The Survivors.